What is up, people? Today I'm doing something a little different. Today, the video is gonna be a little on the negative side. Yeah, these rides suck. But that shouldn't stop you from watching this video, so you can see how crappy these rides are. However, today, as of tomorrow is as when this is being filmed. Tomorrow is August 16th. It is National Roller Coaster Day tomorrow, and I'm gonna post my top 20 roller coasters I've ever ridden there. But let's get to this. So, these rides suck. So I'm doing my top 10 worst roller coasters I've ever ridden today. I got to go 5 new parks today. I'm gonna say them real quick. I got to go to Jolly Roger Amusement Park, Jolly Roger on the Pier, Six Flags Over Georgia, Six Flags America, and Wild Adventures. These are the 5 new parks that I visited this year in 2017. But this is overall what I'm doing here. These are like the coasters I've overall. These overall my whole life. So sorry if one of your favorite coasters is on here. I don't really have anything good to say about it. So let's get started. Our number 10 roller coaster is the Dahlonega Mine Train. This ride is just not good. I don't hate it. I don't like it. It's basically just boring. It's jerky. The airtime is jerky. Literally, the only thing it's holding is a very tiny lap bar. It's it hurts during the airtime moments. It hurts. I will say the tunnel is cool. I like that tunnel at the end of the ride. That's fun. But I'm not a fan of it. I will say, this is my second favorite mine train at the moment. It's second place when it comes to my favorite mine trains. First, obviously, being Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at Magic Kingdom by a long shot. Now, that ride I do enjoy. This, I just don't. In my Six Flags Over Georgia countdown video, I was saying how it's kind of like a ghetto Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. I don't really mean that way. But, it's just... Dahlonega Mine Train is just not a fun ride. I'm not sure if I'm saying the name right. I'm not sure if it's Dahlonega or Dahlonega. I don't know. It's a city in Georgia, but this ride does fit in the park. It is a classic, and I'm sorry I'm disrespecting a classic, but this is just my opinion. Okay, let's move on to number 9. Why do I like a little less than that? Carolina Gold Rusher at Carowinds. This is basically kind of like Dahlonega Mine Train. It's just a shorter ride. That's why I had to put Dahlonega Mine Train higher than this. This ride is shorter. Now, it doesn't really have painful airtime or anything. It's just boring. Just boring. It's just a boring roller coaster. I don't understand why the heck I rode this thing twice that day at Carowinds. I went last summer in 2016. I had no clue why I did this twice. This ride, I'm not a fan of this. I don't hate it. I don't like it. It's just boring and jerky. Yeah. I'm just not a fan of Carolina Gold Rusher. And it has no good tone. No. Okay, enough of Carolina Gold Rusher. Let's move on to number 8. And it is actually a roller coaster that is now closed. So you cannot ride this anymore. And that is the Georgia Cyclone at Six Flags Over Georgia. Just, ew. I do not like Georgia Cyclone at all. Just, ew. I mean, I was looking at this thing. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to like this thing at all. I did not like it at all. Again, now I'm going to say it. Again, like you see in my videos and my review and stuff for this ride, I don't hate the Georgia Cyclone. I don't hate it. I don't like it. I will admit the back row, the airtime was great in the back. But And also the drop. Okay, so let's start. So the first drop, I thought was fun. I was like, oh my goodness, this is actually gonna be a good ride. Then it hits the second drop, and then this is what it was like the whole time. It was like that the whole time. And it was like that basically the rest of the ride. I'm like, oh, ow, ow, get me off. And don't even get me started on my first ever time riding this. Halfway through the ride, my first time was with my youth group, and literally like halfway through the ride, my restraint tightened, and it made it legit worse. So yeah, and it was so rough, it even loses its momentum. Oh my goodness. I mean, how bad is Mean Streak? How bad is that? The same maker of this ride made Mean Streak, and I was told that that was one of the worst coasters ever. Did I do just like a mini Mean Streak or something? Oh boy, I do not like the Georgia Cyclone. I cannot wait for this ride to get RMC'd. I think it would be a great RMC. Okay, so number 7, I'm gonna receive some criticism. It's a kiddie ride, kinda. I consider a family coaster, so I'm just gonna put it here. But number 7, Flying Ace Aerial Chase at Carowinds. And it does include the Flying School at Legoland. I did that back in 2012. So it's probably just the same ride, so I'm just gonna put it here. And it's not gonna include Swamp Thing yet though, which is basically the same exact layout, same ride and stuff, but I actually enjoyed the Swamp Thing. But this ride is such a headbanger. Why did they make it for the kids if this ride is just gonna be shaking around so much? Basically my head is like this is like a mind eraser on a kiddie coaster. Just ew. No, I'm not a fan of it. I don't hate it, I don't like it. Number 6 is gonna be an unpopular opinion. I'm gonna get tons of criticism. I haven't ridden this over a decade though. And I actually was like, yeah, it was awesome. Which I rode when I was 4. I'm like, I love that ride when I was 4. But I'm just comparing if I were like me now, I'd probably hate it. And that is Trailblazer at Hershey Park. Now, when I rode when I was 4, I had a blast on it because I was only 4 years old. Yeah, right? Well, I remember riding it when I was 4. Like, that one turn, so jerky. Like, I literally slammed I think it was my dad's brother or something, or my dad, I don't know. I remember just, because it's so jerky, slammed, like, right to the left. Oh boy. And it's also a short ride. I remember, it's being short. Now, I really want to get back to Hershey Park. And if I do, I will ride, so I can get, ride it with a new perspective. So I'm gonna end Trailblazer there. I'm gonna go to the top 5. These next 5 I hate. I repeat, I hate these next 5. I hate them. Number 5 is Primeval Whirl at Animal Kingdom, and this goes for Rockstar Coaster too at a Fun Spot in Kissimmee. These rides are disappointing. And Primeval Whirl, sketchy, ghetto. Why is there a ghetto roller coaster at Disney? It's also painful. Oh, so jerky. I mean, I will say this. I also did the Raging Cage at Six Flags America. I actually liked it. Like, that thing blew me away because we were spinning like so much. It was like a wild ride. This ride barely even spins. Same with Rockstar Coaster. That thing doesn't even spin. It's frustrating. I'm gonna say this. I will give both those rides another chance. Because it has been a while since I've done Private World and Rockstar Coaster. This is just from what I remember. So I'll ride them again. I'm planning to go back to Disney at Animal Kingdom, I think like November or December or something. I'm doing like my annual Coaster Challenge event. So that'll be one of the rides I hit. I'll bring my GoPro, film it, show you guys how bad it is. But yeah, so I'm just gonna end off there. Number 4 is Wild Mouse roller coasters. I am not a fan of wild mouses whatsoever. These things are incredibly jerky. I mean, I understand these are for the families. Like, people will be like, Zach, it's just a kiddie ride. It's meant for the families. I'm not a fan of wild mouses at all. Oh, man. I've done 4 wild mouses, like, just traditional. I've done 2 Mack Rides wild mouses, 1 Mar wild mouse, and one of the Mack Rides wild mouses, like, one of the larger layouts. Oh, no. Incredibly jerky. Did it break, like, just slam you? I do not like wild mouses. The only reason why I do these rides is just for the credit. And that's it. I only do these for the credit. Now we're getting into the top 3. What could be worse than that? We're getting really into the terrible rides. Number 3 is Looping Star at Jolly Roger and the Pier. Holy moly! This is a terrible roller coaster. My first ever Pinfari. I looked at it like, I am not gonna like this at all. No one likes Pinfari. And I would agree with that. I hate Pinfari. Worse than Vekoma, basically. Because Vekoma's actually made some great rides. This is the only Pinfari I've heard, and I've heard they have not made a single good ride in this planet. I'll be posting a POV of it soon. I was able to film on it. Oh boy, you can hear me like, ow, ow, ow. The whole, like, basically like, oh my goodness. This thing, like, the transitions. Oh my goodness. What's with this transitions? What? My gosh, it was jerky. It was... Oh my gosh. I'm glad I was not Coaster Studios though. Because I did not hit a pressure point in my elbow like Taylor did. Whew, if I did that, that would be a lot worse. So yeah, I do not like the Looping Star whatsoever. I only did it for the credit. I am not riding it again. Maybe we'll see if I go back with friends or like more family something. I hate a Looping Star. Now we're at number 2. Now, this ride, oh boy, I cannot tell you how bad this thing is. Number 2 is the spinning coaster at Shrimpers Rides. It is actually very close to the Looping Star and Jolly Roger on the Pier. This is just a boring, rough mess that I have no desire. My gosh. Basically the whole time the train's like, it's just, I was just like, also like the headrest is very uncomfortable. It's so boring, rough, and pointless. And I just go off, I'm like, is that even a roller coaster? You're like only going 10 miles an hour or so. And it wasn't even spinning that well. Oh my goodness. I do not like the spinning coaster. Now, some of you will be like, it's just a kiddie coaster. I want to address my opinion on the spinning coaster. I only ride, again, I'll ride, I think there's more miles, I'll only do them for the credit. However, this can not compete with this last ride. This is the next ride. This is the last one. It is the worst roller coaster I've ever ridden. And ever since I rode it, I knew it would stay number 1 for an eternity. And that is the Mind Eraser and Twist Typhoon at Six Flags America Wild Adventures. Mind Eraser, Six Flags America, and Twist Typhoon Wild Adventures, which are Vekoma SLCs. I knew I was going to hate an SLC. And I agree, I do not like SLCs at all. These rides are terrible. Basically, I'm like, that's basically me, like, that's what you're gonna be like the whole time. Oh, I mean, the layout is fine. I'm fine with the layout. It's just, it's so rough and so, like, jerky. It's so rough, shaky. It's just, oh, gosh. Mind Eraser and Twisted Typhoon are, and all SLCs out there are a disgrace to this planet. Oh my gosh. And like, don't get me even started on Twisted Typhoon. No, don't get me even started on that thing. These rides are just so rough. You're so jerky, so rough, shaky, rattly, just, gosh. Even like, in like the brake run, it'll just slam you. And then even after the brake run, you're still getting like a lot of headbanging. Like just going to the station. Oh my gosh. Oh, I hate Mind Eraser and Twist Typhoon. Mind Eraser, let me just say, and erase my mind. These are the worst roller coasters I've ever ridden. So, what are your worst roller coasters you've ridden? I want to hit me up in the comments, man. Hit me up in the comments. Comment what are your worst roller coasters you've ever ridden. Do you think I'm over-exaggerating? Some of these rides aren't really that bad. I want to know. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Catch you guys later. Have a theme-tacular day, people.